Come on in. Come on in. I'm just finishing up my lunch. I didn't have no time today. I had to do a seance. You're here for the past life freedom. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and sign in on this log sheet here. Go ahead and sign in there. While I look for your appointment certificate. I've just been having such a hard time bookkeeping after the beaver moon. It's been so much going on. Alright, I have you right here. My apologies. I tend to get a little bit distracted this time of year. So you're here to uncover some of your past lives. That's wonderful. That is amazing. Having that desire to go outside of the earthly realm and go into the spirit realm. I love it. So a little background on me. My name is Crystal Maccabee. I'm an intuitive channel and psychic reader. I've been professionally reading tarot cards for 25 years and I'm a licensed sexologist. I started doing past life specific readings about a decade ago when I was living on the bayou trying to make a couple of dollars here and there, scrap by what I could. And I'm going to tell you this in no uncertain terms. I'm going to tell you what spirit is telling me. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether it resonates with you or not, I'm the channel for which you can communicate to the other side. I'm basically a gossip. Big old fat gossip. That's what I am. I'm telling you what they're saying about you on the other side of the coin. So, before we do anything, I'm gonna need you to say a mantra with me. I need to know that you are open and willing to receive all energies and messages coming to you from the spirit realm. You are? Okay, I want you to say it with me. I am open and willing to receive all energies and messages coming to me from the spirit realm. Alright. Now we can get started and have some fun. Did you bring an object of significance like it said on the website? Alright, let me see it. What is this? This is a labooba. This isn't a labooba, is it? No, this is not a labooba. Laboobas are actually demonic entities that were sent here to surveil the youth. It's what I tell it. It's what I tell everybody about demons and demonic entities. Demons are a lot like cats, stray cats on the street. You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. They won't fuck with you if you don't fuck with them. You ever fed a stray cat on the street? Next thing you know, it's shitting on your porch. Demons are the same way, so just let them be and they'll let you be. But this ain't a labooba, and I don't get the sense that this is a demonic entity. But we're gonna come back to this. I'm just gonna keep this right here. You'll get it back. You'll get your little friend back, your little furry friend. But I'm just gonna keep it right here, just so I can really feel its energy. Because the reason I want you to bring something that was emotionally significant to you is because our emotions, there's no explanation for emotions. You know, scientists and brain people who do all kinds of scans and stuff, they try to explain the science behind emotions. Never checks out for me. I never understand what they're saying. And I'm very well read. I read a lot of books. Emotions come from our past lives. And the wounds that we have, it's my tightness in my chest, does that mean anything to you? Okay, okay. I'm having a little bit of a hard time taking a deep breath. Does that resonate with you? Maybe not, okay. I feel a tightness in my stomach as well. But it's not like I had some real bad okra for lunch or something. I feel something on the sides of my stomach. Almost pulling it in. And my head is getting real heavy. I feel like I got a lot going on up here. And my hands, they're cramping up. My hands are cramping up. And I don't knit or anything like that. There's no reason for them to. My hands feel stiff. I feel confined. In a past life, you were confined. Your body was confined in a way that you weren't able to take a deep breath on a daily basis. There was a confinement to you. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my God. You were a woman of high status in society. Very wealthy. Very affluent. A socialite of some kind. During the Edwardian period, or around then, late Victorian period, before the 1920s. That's what this was. You know, you remember women, they used to wear them corsets, but cinched up to here, have their big old hat. That was what the heaviness was. You had a hat on. The glove, women used to wear gloves back then, and their hands would be so scrunched up. That's what all this was. I couldn't take a deep breath because I was feeling you in your past life. This is your most recent past life, where you were confined by your corsetry and your couture and all your, all kinds of fancy outfits and stuff. And I think your death had something to do with you not being able to breathe. I really feel that coming in, and I saw the ocean. Sometimes spirit gives me a sight, sometimes it's a smell, a taste, a feeling. I saw the ocean, and I heard screams. And it is my belief that you died on the Titanic in your past life as an affluent woman of the Gibson girl age. You died on the Titanic, and you were disillusioned in that moment by wealth because you thought you had enough money to protect you from anything. But when it came down to it, and she was going down, she hit the iceberg and she was going down, you were struck with the fact that your money couldn't save you. So that's a wound that you had in your past life. That's something you're dealing with today. That's carried over into today is disillusionment with material objects and general sort of distrust with the material world. understand the material world is not where it ends. This is what I tell everybody about the material world. You're in a car. That's your body. It's a car driving down the road, and the world you see outside, that's the cosmos. That's what we're going through. You don't think to yourself, I am my car. You're in the car. You're the soul in the car. It doesn't end here. You think if you get out of the car, you can't go touch a tree? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Do you mind if I smoke? Yeah, I really couldn't give a shit if you do. You know, you remind me of myself a little bit. I see me and you, I do. You like to go out, have fun. You got a little bit of a wild side, right? Yeah. You have a wild side because you were somewhat of a warrior woman. A lot of feminine energy. You were somewhat of a warrior woman. During some sort of revolutionary uprising in Latin America. About 200 years ago, and you died in battle. You've had a lot of violent deaths, and I think this is your first lifetime where you're not gonna die violently. You're gonna die peacefully. I know how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die from this. Listen, we're all gonna go out one way or another. I'm gonna go out with one of these men. How I've always been, how I'm always gonna be. Now, this isn't a tarot card reading, but I am gonna pull one or two cards if you're alright with that. Is that okay? Gotta ask. Always gotta ask. Because people have their different preferences and stuff, but it's just another channel which spirit can communicate to me through. So we're gonna be using this tarot deck that I was given by a loyal client of mine. This is the music tarot. It's got all different celebrities, has them and everything. I think it's the darndest thing. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into this tarot deck. I'm trying to anoint this one, get some good energy on it. Why don't you go ahead and shuffle these cards? Get your energy in them. Go ahead and shuffle those. While you shuffle those, I'm gonna put on a little lotion because I find my hands are too dry as they tend to get this time of year. I just can't get a good stick on the cards. So. A little lotion. This one smells good. I think it's supposed to smell like oranges or something. Alright. Done shuffling them. Alright. I'm gonna shuffle them too, just to get my energy into this channel. Spirit, what was your name again? In a past life. Or any past lives coming through. Don't force it, let it happen. Let it happen. Oh my God. Wow. In a past life, you were a leader. I'm not sure if you were a world leader or if you were a community leader, but you were suddenly defeated. But you weren't that ambitious to begin with because the chariot's all about keeping your eyes on the prize. You understand? So, what I see here, it being reverse. You didn't have your eyes on no type of surprises or anything like that. But you still had some sort of ambition going on, but you were overthrown through a military coup once you've learned all your lessons, that's where I am. You know, as an intuitive channel, that's kind of how I'm able to do it, is that I'm at the end of my lives here. I'm nearing the end. You know, listen, this is what I tell everybody. If you're sick of this bullshit, you don't want to pay taxes, you don't want to buy groceries, you don't want to have to watch your figure, you don't want to have to wait for the in-laws to come over on Thanksgiving and everything like that, then you need to make it your life's mission to learn every single lesson that comes your way so that you can get the fuck out of here and go on to the next plane of existence. Understand? So I'm getting the sense that you've got 2 or 3 max lives left in you because you've experienced a lot of things. You know, some other tarot cards that fell out of here. Down here on the floor, we got the 8 of coins. There's something about your soul that is always trying to make a splash, no pun intended, with the Titanic. There's something about you that isn't satisfied. And I think that's one of your cosmic lessons, is to learn, as cheesy as it sounds, and as much as it's been co-opted by all kinds of crazy people with blue hair dye who don't know what they're talking about. As cheesy as it sounds, you need to learn that you're enough. Go home today, get out a tube of lipstick right on the mirror. I am enough. I am enough. God damn it, I'm enough. You hear me? I'm enough. The way I am. You need to learn that, because if you don't learn it, you're going to be here for a lot longer. And the way things are going, especially in this shithole country, I don't want to be here much longer. Listen, and I don't want to get political, but we're going there. You know, here we are. World's going to shit. The 1% is holding all the wealth. Nobody can buy food to feed their families. Spiritual crime is not even acknowledged by our leaders or anything. I learned at an early age that the people in power, they don't give 2 shits about you. They don't care if you live or die. Get what I'm saying? So I learned not to trust. I don't even know where I began with that, but we're going to turn to your object of emotional significance. Now, I don't know what this is, if this is from some sort of Japan anime or something, but there is a soul in this. It's not a malicious soul, it's a benevolent soul. I don't know if I'm using that word right. I dropped out of school, I had to take care of the pigs and goats after my daddy left. They say that if you experience 3 great loves in your lifetime, you're considered extremely blessed. And is there a special somebody in your life? There might be. You don't know how serious it is and you don't want to speak on it, right? See, I told you I'm a psychic channel. Well, I'm going to tell you that this love that you have in your life is serious. I told you I'm going to tell you whatever spirit wants me to tell you. This person in your life that you think might be a serious relationship for you. It is a serious relationship for you. There's no doubt there. But you're going to have to proceed with caution, and you're going to have to acknowledge the fact that there's going to be a breakup, and you will have to spend some time apart so you can grow and come together again when the timing is right. And this is how it has been in several of your lives. And this is the soul of one of your past loves. And you in this love used to write each other poetry. You two were so sweet it would make somebody with a sugar tooth sick. You know what I'm saying? You two were just so damn cute. Writing each other love letters on parchment with quills and stuff. I'm sensing that it was in Europe around the turn of the 16th century. That soul is in here, and I feel a great deal of admiration and love from this soul, and I just want to hold it close because this soul is watching over you and guiding you because they want you to be okay. They want you to find your love with this person that you know. This person that you know is going to be very influential in your life. And this is the first time that you and this soul have met up, but it's all thanks to your old love from the turn of the 16th century in Paris or France. I don't know where it was. Details aren't that great. I'm not that great with details. The spirit tells me what they want me to say. Anyway, let this guide you, this soul, and let it. I'm getting the sense that you and this soul were estranged lovers. Something with a decapitation might have gone down. Something, back then, if you were a mistress of some court or king or something, you couldn't bear a male heir and they'd cut your head off. Something like that went down with this soul. And you, and this soul feels bad because they were the one in power in that dynamic. And they were the reason you lost your head, which is why this is just a little head. Because they're trying to right the wrongs of the past. And in an effort to do that with their cosmic currency, they are spending it on you and this person that you currently know, whose name begins with a J. Who is very different for you, very different type of person. As a matter of fact, I'm sensing that if the person you were with before, whoever this J name is, knew about this J, they might be sick to their stomach because they have some sort of prejudice against the group of people this J name belongs to it. An ethnic or religious minority. And your ex has a prejudice against. So, this J name and you are written in the stars, and you're behind the scenes, your past love of French aristocracy is calling the shots, orchestrating things. Imagine you two are at a dinner, you and Jay, and this is sort of the person who's lighting the candles, making sure your wine is full, making sure you got fresh cheese on your pasta and stuff. So lean in and learn to appreciate and love the soul behind this, because they feel bad for what went down in your last life together, and they're trying to right the wrongs by making sure that this love you are experiencing now is good, but it's not gonna be solidified in anything legal or marriage or anything like that for at least a good 15 years, because you two are gonna break up. It's gonna be a mess, and you're never gonna want to see him again. It's him, and you're never gonna want to see him again. And one day you're gonna cross paths again. It's gonna one body. You only get one set of lungs, only get one set of teeth. You can buy new teeth, but they're not your teeth. Only get one of these. So be careful where you bring it. Be careful where you drive your car. Literally and metaphorically, I'm seeing you. Something to do with a car. I don't want to say car crash or car wreck or something like that. But I would be very careful driving in hazardous conditions like a rainstorm, an ice storm, really slippery roads, or anything like that. I would be very cautious of going down a dark street on a late summer night. I would be very cautious of driving down a dark street on a late summer night. Do you fucking hear me right now? I'm dead serious as cancer. You hear me? You understand? Good. Before we end, because I'm actually having a good time with your soul, I'm sensing it. You're a real kind of eccentric person. That's why I said you remind me of me. You got a little bit of a crazy side, a little bit of a wild side, a little bit of something rogue about you. You're a rebel at heart. You're a rebel at heart. You can't put you in a box. You can't keep you down or anything like that. I think you and I might have had cross paths once before. I don't think it was something serious. I think it was something kind of like this. You and I might have been friends, back in Mesopotamia or something. I think that there was a select group of souls. I don't think they're more intelligent, more advanced or anything like that, but I think there was a group of souls that were chosen to be the first humans to develop agriculture and sort of refine that as an art form, really. And I believe you and I might have been some of them. I don't know if we were in the same village, or if maybe we did some sort of trade between villages or something long before even language was around, back when we were still had a hair on us and we were walking around like that because we were back in the Pangea times or something. But I sense you and I might have crossed paths because I really do feel a nice energy from you. Something else Spirit just told me to let you know. Wow. I don't know how to say this. Your father is not your father. And I'm getting a sense of there's somebody in your house. Somebody named George and Hazel Pickering. Pickering. I would look it up, on the background of the house. If not the house, honey, the land. How old do you think the land is? Well, all land is ancient, and there's also something to do with the farmhouse over by there. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You hear me? I have very much enjoyed our time together. This does conclude your past lives reading. By all means, if you ever want guidance on anything, if you ever want to call upon Spirit to ask about something specific, how you should operate, how you should move on, or if you ever want a reading pertaining to anything going on in your life, or you just want to know anything else Spirit wants to let you know, I'm always here. You can always give me a call and come on by. The weather looks like it's about to rain. I'm ready to curl up with a cup of soup and a good old book or something. Maybe put on a movie, smoke a joint or something. But I am going to leave you with a gift as my appreciation for supporting me and coming by. I'm going to give you this rose quartz crystal. I actually got this during a trip I did to Appalachia. Doing some Tibetan bowl singing with the yourself and you let others get away with stuff you'd never do yourself. So I'm gonna give you this crystal just to remind you that you're enough. Like I said, go home, take out lipstick. I am enough. On the mirror, put it on your lock screen on your phone. I don't know how to change anything on my phone. I got a friend 20 years old. Best mushrooms I ever did were from her. And she knows how to do stuff on my phone, but put it on your phone and hold this crystal with you wherever you go. Put it in your bag, put it in the pocket of your jacket. Now it's getting cold out. Keep this with you. Because you need to love yourself, so it's a little token of my appreciation for coming by and supporting me. Now before you leave, every once in a while when we call upon spirit, we can invite something in that we don't want to mess with. So I can't let you go in good conscience without doing a cleanse. So we're going to cleanse the space, we're going to cleanse our energies. And then we'll part ways that sound alright with you. Let's do it. Doesn't really matter what you use, we're going to use a little stick of incense. To any energies, spirits, or anyone here with us, we ask that you leave now. Your presence is no longer welcome, and we ask that you leave now. Your presence